Ciao, everybody. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone live show. Today's live show is a two-parter. Before I say that, today is Tuesday, December 28th, 2021. Today's show is a two-parter. And with me, as always, to break it all down, it's Alejandro Pansalo. What's up, dude?
I'm good. It's gonna be different today. Fun.
Yeah, something lighthearted. Maybe not, because you guys might get heated about some of our answers, but we are doing some news of the day first, and then we will be doing our mid-season award show for Juventus and what we've accomplished so far, which not really much, but through 19 games and the group stage of the Champions League.
Yeah.
Before we even get into the Juventus news, Toronto FC is going to be sick, aren't they?
Who?
Toronto FC.
I don't care. They're all getting average overpaid players, so maybe.
Yeah.
No, not average, but no.
Is Andrea Bellotti even better than Josie Altidore at this point?
He's average, but Insigne is not worth 11 million plus 4 in bonuses. That's insane.
No.
It's insane.
No
and
chance.
I think I saw some comments or retweets and saying, "Oh, the league is gonna be sick." Blah blah blah. Oh, he lost his spot for Italy. How are we gonna cope? I'm like, yeah, he's not impactful for Italy, so it's gonna be easy.
Yeah.
And I think some are overrating them. I really do.
Oh, 100%.
So
100%.
But good for him. He's getting his money. I wouldn't do the same thing. I'm not gonna lie.
I love before we move on to Paulo Dybala, we've seen pictures floating around about the Toronto FC facility compared to the Napoli facility.
I didn't
see that. And it's really funny. Oh, you didn't see that? The Toronto facility is like grade A, beautiful building facility, and you see Napoli's garbage shithole. That's just awesome.
Yeah, it's very old in Napoli, but like they are not allowed to build a new stadium. They need to rent that from the city basically, and the city is not doing anything. That's a crap situation for them. Like, I mean, I don't care, but like it's a crap situation for them because you can see it. That stadium is bad. Like it's
old.
It's old is putting it nicely. Like it's broken. It's like I know a guy who goes to games, a friend, and even he said like it's super old, like scary old at times. I don't know how that stadium pass
it's haunted.
No, I don't how it's allowed to be used in Europe, like because it's really old. Like things are falling down and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, we'll move on. I just want to throw that out there because it's a Canadian facility is better than I'll say an upper echelon Italian club. We'll move on to the Dybala, or you want to talk about Pogba or Dybala first?
No, it's just switching. Like we can talk about Dybala.
Yeah, but which one? Do we want to talk about first though? Your choice.
Oh yeah, we can talk about Dybala.
Okay, so Paulo Dybala still without a contract. 3 days until the magic day comes where any club can sign him for not on a free, but obviously for a good chunk of change. What do you think?
So I said it before, like if Romeo says 101%, I'm not the guy who should be saying you're wrong, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's not my job, it's his job. But I have my own opinion, and I said it from the beginning. It stinks. It doesn't sit right to me. And people say it's Gazzetta dello Sport, but it's Luca Bianchini who is. He is reliable. He only comes out with news is if he knows what he's saying. Like he's not putting out stories to put out stories out there.
Yeah.
And again, Romeo's very quiet. So going off from that, he will stick by his stand. But the reports are basically saying, oh, they're not going to talk in February. I'm like, man, it's from June. Like it keeps moving. That's no good sign. I don't care what everybody says, but that's not a good sign. That's one.
No.
And also, the bureaucratic issue with his agent that he's not allowed to do deals in UEFA is bullshit.
Yeah.
Like as a player, as Dybala, it's about big money over here, like millions. Like if you pick up a big injury, you're okay.
Oh.
I'm back.
Well, I was gonna say, you're talking about how Antun is not like registered under FIFA to make deals anymore or something.
No, yeah. So he's not allowed in Europe to make deals, and that's ridiculous. Like even like imagine being Dybala. You're getting offered 10 million euros, but you cannot accept that because your agent is not allowed to do deals. That's one. But what if you, knock on wood, break your leg in the next game? You're not getting that money from Juve. You're not getting that money from any team ever again. Like even if you recover and sign as a free agent, you're not going to get that money. You're not, unless a club like Toronto says, "Come over here and we pay you that money." Like, and I'm serious.
Yeah, seriously.
So
no, it's dead serious. Yeah.
Even if you are Dybala, like if that's really the issue, you should be going like, "I'm sorry, but we need to work this around. Get another agent."
Yeah.
I don't know how, but this is
a third party, a subsidiary at least, or something.
Like that's if you really agree with 6-year deal, a 5-year deal at 10 million euros, that's 50 million euros on the table. You could be potentially missing out on. Why?
Yeah.
Because your agent is not allowed to do deals. Now that's one thing, but I do believe that the club is hesitating at the moment.
For sure they are.
And I think
if you look at the report, if you look at the report, it's literally changing the structure of the deal.
Yeah, and like I get why, but I don't agree with the club. Like you cannot do that now when you agree things. Like that's not healthy. Like it's pissing a player off also. So it can go really bad really quick. Because I said like football is a business. Like Dybala might love the club, but the club tried to ship him out in the past 2 times. So it's not like it won't be a shock. And yeah, the situation is not good. Like February, like it keeps going. It's the end of the season almost now. If it keeps moving at this pace. So yeah, it's worrying. It is.
Yeah, it's guess what? We've said this for how long now? Everyone's like, calma, and we're like, no, if it was such a calm situation, this guy would be signed and sealed already.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's already what? December 28th, 3 days away. Who's stopping Club A from offering 12 million? Who's stopping them on January 1st?
Nobody, but like I don't think anyone's gonna offer them that money.
No, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but like it's not normal. Like it isn't normal.
No,
if you cannot if you offer a player that kind of money, it means you believe in him, you think he's important. Otherwise, you're not offering that money. And to let it come to this point is very amateuristic. It is. It just is. It's not okay. Like Arsenal do these things. A club like us shouldn't be doing those things with these type of players. Like, and if it was in a normal world where we had the money, I would still be mad because you cannot lose a player like Dybala on a free. But I was like, we will replace him. We can replace him. But in this situation, we messed up. And maybe, like, if Robeo's right, because he's calm, like, he's not even blinking.
That thought of
it he's not even coming out with stuff, because he said it, like, and he was kind of angry with some tweets a few weeks before saying, stop with this bullshit, it's done. So, let's see, but, like, it's like 5 months now. So it's kind of insane. Like, I've never seen anything like that before at the club. I cannot recall one. Like, and usually,
do you think this is stalling the other contract signings?
Maybe
a Quadrado, like a potentially Bernardeschi, like a potential.
I think Bernardeschi, the club is really just looking like, if he picks up his form, you get a new deal. If not, then leave. Like, we don't really care. I think that's with Bernardeschi, and it should be with Bernardeschi. It's different. Like, he's not a top player. He isn't.
Bernardeschi should go to Crown FC with Insigne and Belotti.
Yeah, like, he's not a key player. So if he leaves, the club will not cry about it. So I think that's different. But with Dybala, like I cannot recall. Like usually, the club they don't allow this to happen with players they want to keep. Like they are
especially
tied up
the
to a deal.
centerpiece.
Yeah, but they're tied up to a deal way in advance. It only happens with players the club really don't care about. Like if they leave, they leave. That's it. But like this is the first time in a very long time.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
So before we get into the award show, if you're doing like a scale of 1 to 100%, who's to blame? Dybala and Antun or the club?
Sorry, I was reading a comment. What?
So if we were to scale this, what percentage is the blame on Dybala and Antun or the club and Agnelli and Juventus?
The biggest blame the scale, I would say 75 on the club because they mess around with his contract for years now. It's not just a few months; it's years. So, and the rest is on Dybala, not even his agent. Like if his agent cannot sign a deal because he's not allowed, then it's on Dybala. Like it's your future you're playing with. I cannot believe this is happening. Like it's about big money, like his last big contract, and he is putting it on the line. Like it's with NFL players. Like people, like they leave teams, they don't care because they're getting paid. It sets up their family for probably generations, and he's playing with fire now. I really believe that he's playing with fire now. And the fire is the money.
Yep. So you're saying 75-25 in favor of the club being at fault. Is there any like in-betweeners that deserve any of the percentage? Like, is it Antun's fault at all, you think? Is it the coach's fault? Is it...
No, I don't know. I don't think the coach...
Is it Club X? Is there a Club X involved, you think?
I don't think so. Because he wants to stay... The club wants to keep him, but but Club X can enter the picture really quickly now, or really soon. Like it's like the situation just it really doesn't make sense because we know when we play Napoli after the game they will interview Dybala probably because he will have a good game, I believe. I'm pretty sure he will. And
are we playing that game?
Yeah, we will, but we will show up on the field at least again. That will be funny again. But and they will ask him, the same questions, and he will say the same things. And or Cherubini, Nedved pre-game, he will be asked that question because remember when Romeo and all those journalists came out and said, "Oh, it will be done before Christmas." Well, it's 3 days past Christmas, and we're still here. Nothing. Now it's February. Not even January, February. Just random February.
Yeah, just January doesn't even matter. Just we'll get back to February.
Yeah, and the weirdest part about all this is the club is not even leaking things. Like usually leak things to calm the fans down. Like just putting out there, when the club is putting things out there.
Yeah.
You know that just put out there, it's going to be done. It's just some bureaucratic issue, but nothing from the club is like the club is leaking nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. I only saw
Dybala. Last time I saw Dybala was in a Christmas commercial.
Yeah.
Which was probably videoed 2 months ago.
And also, if you listen to Nedved's pre-game comments, not read them, just listen. You can feel it's not 100% done. Like you can feel it. It's not 100% done. But yeah, Andrew says still confident we will take the 3 points against Napoli. 100%. I said even when they were top of the league, we'll win that game.
Yeah, you said that ages ago. You said that
we will win, and we will win quite easily. I would say. I'm 100% sure.
I was gonna say, people in the chat, whoever's here right now, you do the percentage scale. How much of it is on the club? How much of it is on Dybala? Let us know as we go on, because I'm stumped. I don't really know.
I didn't say Paratici. I want to say that, but I just included that into the club because he was part of the club.
Yeah, that's what I meant by club. Like I didn't mean him as another party. So
because Nedved wanted him also out for Lukaku. So
yeah.
I just said 75 for the club. No, it's as a whole. It's the same thing.
Yeah. This is Davide's ask. I'm not Justin, by the way, Davide. I know I do have hair.
No, I think he said that Justin said that. No, in the group chat, in the Discord chat.
Justin, throw it on the record. Are you a TFC fan?
Oh no, okay.
Oh, he meant Julian.
Yes.
I'm not.
He's a season ticket holder.
I went to the first ever game in 2007. I haven't been since they won in a playoff game 5-2 against Montreal like 4 years ago when they won the championship. And I don't like the MLS. Look at everyone's answers. Bun saying 50-50. Morton saying 60-40 for Juve / his agent. 30% club, 70 Dybala. 80 Juve, 20 Paulo. Everyone's all over the place here.
I want to know why 70 Dybala. It's not a take. Like, I really want to know why you think 70 Dybala and only 30 the club. Because, like, there's no rumor out there that Dybala said, I don't want to stay. Like, none. Like, all the news out there is that he really wants to stay. Like, he doesn't want to leave. Like, he didn't want to leave when we were swapping him with Lukaku. Like, he was the reason it didn't happen. He said, no, I'm not doing that. So yeah.
Juve is funny. But everyone's all over the board here, so everyone has different opinions of how this is all taking place. Again, what do I think? I don't even know. I think, like you said, Dybala wants to stay. I think that, like you said, the Juve management is changing their opinion, which is wrong on the terms of the deal. But if Dybala really wanted to stay, he should have just signed it when it was ready, apparently, at the same time. So there's different variables here at play.
I'm confused.
I'll say 50-50. I'll say everyone has their negative points about this because, like you said, club changing the terms. Dybala didn't sign when he should have, and now we wait.
That's fair.
So, it is what it is. Oh my goodness, look at all this. Cicatura saying, I think the club has the biggest fault. I saw a lot of news saying Dybala's contract is done in the last summer, but we all know he didn't even sign it. So it's 80% the club and 20 Dybala. Wow, that was a whirlwind. I thought he was going to say the reverse.
Yeah.
With his reasoning. Davide, noted Bianconerizonechannel own member, as you can see. It's hard to put numbers to it. We aren't in the room when talks happen. No, that's 100% true. We don't know exactly what is being said. I doubt even George Antoon knows what's happening.
Yeah, I agree. And on Holy Fun is asking about NetFed, and I've said it many times. I'm not disrespecting him saying he's a puppet, but I don't think he has much influence in the club or a lot to say. That's my opinion.
He's there for the contact with Raiola, and I don't know.
Like he's liked by Agnelli, period. But like I don't think he has much to say or a big impact on the club. That's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Should we keep going on the ball news, or should we move on to our midsummer or mid-season awards?
We can go on because Dybala will come up.
He'll come up again. Oh my goodness, dog's having a nightmare. So with that, everyone, welcome to the 2021 mid-season award show, where we are 5th place in Serie A, and we topped our Champions League group. So after 25 games, right? Yeah, we played 25 games this year.
25.
That's a lot. That's a lot in 4 months.
Yeah.
Holy, that's 6 games a month. It's crazy. Anyway, so how do you want to start this?
You can start with the first one.
All right, so we basically did categories, and for the most part, they are pretty much what everyone thinks they're going to be, like who the winner is. But we'll start off with best goalie. And I think we're all in agreement here. It's Wojciech Szczesny. He has been our best goalie, so good for him. Look at that, bottom right corner. his only competition was Mattia Perin, and I think Perin played 3 games.
Yeah. Like he had a bad start to the season, but like because you send me your categories basically, and we will get one into one like the best save. So I'll rewatch things, and I was like, oh my god, that start of the season. And the further I was going through the season, I was like, oh my god, he saved us. And then he saved us points again and again and again. I'm like, or even mid game when we were struggling, and the game was still in the balance, 0-0 and stuff like that, and he kept us in the game. I was like, okay, he's back. And that's why I said it at the start, don't put Perin in goal. Based on those 3 games, basically, don't do it because you're gonna break him. And I think I'm 100% sure he's a better keeper compared to Perin. He is.
Yes, of course.
He's more talented, in my opinion, than Perin. A lot more talented. So good for him, because I think it wasn't easy, like because he was getting a lot
overcome that.
Yeah, he was getting a lot of shit. And goalie, it's a separate thing. You're just on your own on the field. In training, you're with 3. And that's it. So, like, he overcome that. He should be, because he is that level of goalkeeper. He's being paid as that goalkeeper, and he's done that. So, good for him. Good for us.
Not much else to put there. Like, again, this is probably the easiest one. Maybe not. There's some other pretty easy ones too, but this is the easiest one in terms of just sheer volume as well. I do remember going back when he was struggling, and I said, take him out of the game. I said, because I've done that before when in my coaching life. I benched my goalie, and he was like 12 years old, whatever, maybe even 11, and he got pissed and he got better. So that's the only reason, my reasoning to have Perin play 1 game early on. But you can't have a €7 million a year goalie as a backup. You just can't have that. If there's a reason why he's your number 1 goalie. He has to play like that, and he's being paid like that. So he definitely got way better as the season's gone on.
He did. I'm happy, because we don't have money to replace him. Yeah, not him, just in general, a goalkeeper. Like, if he was a problem, if he kept playing like this, then in the summer we had a big problem, like a big one. So it's good that he picked it up again. But I said before, I think that Donnarumma talk just really got in his hands. It shouldn't have happened. It did, in my opinion. Like, it really did. But
I agree.
So yeah.
Okay, so that was the easy one. And he gets our first ever award on the show, so good for him. Best defender. This is pretty obvious as well. I went with Matthias de Ligt. What'd you go with?
Oh my god, I don't look like Insigne. What did you say? Yeah, it's the Ligt.
Yeah,
it's the Ligt.
It's pretty obvious.
I want to say that Bonucci is playing, like, we're not having a great season, but Bonucci is having a very good season compared to last season. I think he stepped up because last season I looked at him sideways a bit. I'm like, oh my god, like, we're in a difficult situation. You should be leading this. Like, you shouldn't be doing these type of things. But he stepped up, especially in the last, I would say, 10 games. Like, Bonucci is really, really playing well. But for me, the Ligt, like, he played a bad game against Chelsea, but everyone did. But, like, he stands out when he plays. Like, he really stands out. I just love to watch him play. Like, and usually I don't get excited watching defenders. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it hypes me up if they make a great tackle or stuff. But, like, I'm not going to the football to watch a defender defend. But for him, I do, because he's impressive. Even off the ball, just bullying his opponents. It's impressive at times.
And you could tell that he has learned from the two. He has learned from Kylian and Bonucci on organization and positioning, because at Ajax you saw that they leaked goals a lot, but now when De Ligt is there, he's always in the right spot, again, except for the Chelsea game. But if you can count on one hand the amount of times he's not in the right spot, then he's doing something right. But you're right. Bonucci has done well in the past. Ever since Chiellini was out for whatever he was out for, sure.
Yeah. When
Bonucci's been good.
and like I'm not surprised because he should be like
Yeah.
he's that level of defender, and he has shown that at the Euros because I was like going into Euros I was not really sure. I was like, will they hold up? And like they were both exceptional. Like they show why they are one of the best defenders that play for the club
in recent history. Yeah,
in recent history and at the club just in general. And he stepped up this season, especially the last 10 games. I said it, like he really impressed me because he's calm on the ball. Remember last season he was giving away the ball so many times.
Yeah,
and he was bringing the team in trouble. Like, and he shouldn't be. But this season he almost wiped that out of his game again.
Yep. So that's good.
And that's very good. Yeah. But yeah, it's Dele for me.
Yeah, 100%. Dele's the main tackler, the main guy high pressing up the field as a center back. He wins the ball occasionally up there, which is good. He wins all of his aerial battles most likely, unless he's fouled. Great saving tackles, great blocking, great up blocking. Very good with the ball at his feet as well. It's simple. It's quite obvious. We don't need to spend that much time, but it's quite obvious.
Yeah.
So let's move on to our best midfielder, which again, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I think we both picked Locatelli.
There was only one option.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
this guy came in and he probably said, "What the hell? I had a better midfield at Sassuolo."
Yeah.
Honest to God, he probably walked in and said, "What the hell is this garbage?"
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree. And
playing with Rabiot, playing with Bentancur, playing with McKennie sometimes. He's probably like, who do I pass to? I need to be up here. I just need to bypass my midfield and I need to get it to the forwards as quick as possible. He should, and which he could do, but like usually some like just calmness on the ball you can pass to one of your outlets in the midfield. But I wouldn't trust him.
I agree, yeah.
But yeah,
when he came in, like I said, the first few games weren't game changers, but he didn't struggle.
No, yeah, he was steady.
He didn't struggle. Yeah, he was steady, and that was also I was like, okay, that's positive. Like he didn't have, how do you want to say, like a big up game, like up here level, and then way below average. Like he did, like he's steady,
consistent.
Yeah, very consistent. And then I'll keep referring to that Malmo game away when we won. People were just overhyping it, and I was like, don't do that because it's just good. It's nothing like it's not almost 40 million euros. Like he can do better. He should be doing better. And after that game, again, especially the last 15 games, like he is everywhere, and you can see it. Like when he's not playing, when he comes on, even if it's 10 minutes in the game and we are winning that game, you can just see he's on the pitch, like because he's everywhere. He's energetic. Like he doesn't care. Like he loves to get into it, even when he shouldn't. He just loves to do it. You can see he runs his socks off, but not just running for the sake of running. He's actually helpful.
His technical ability is very, very good too.
Yeah, that
especially for in the middle of the park.
Yeah, that was my main issue at the start. Like he was losing a bit too many of the ball. But he cleaned that up, and like he Allegri played him into the ground basically. Because he started every game.
Yeah.
And only the last 2 games he kept him out.
Like
we won.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Sometimes I see him in the middle doing sombreros over people's heads. I'm like, holy, like you're doing that in midfield, and Rabiot can't even go forward.
Yeah.
This guy's flicking balls over everyone's head. I'm like, Jesus, there's such a difference. There's such a gap between him and everybody else in midfield. He needs and we've said this so many. He needs a partner.
Yeah, and I need to say, like he right, like the level when he comes on, it moves up, and Bonsa, and he's calm, and Andrew saying you can tell he cares to help out the team. He always on the floor blocking the ball. Haven't seen that's like he throws himself in front of the ball. Like sometimes I'm like, you shouldn't be doing that. Like you can get injured here, but he does that. Maybe to his default. Like maybe, but that's fine for now.
He loves
Like
the team so
he will
much.
learn.
Yeah.
He will learn that. Like sometimes, maybe in the future he will take a business decision and he will be like, oh yeah, I'm not doing this. But for now, he knows like it all stands and falls with him in midfield. It does.
Yeah.
So, and that's what impresses me the most, because like he knows, like you said, like he knows he's the best midfielder and
yeah,
he's the one carrying the team, and he still doesn't crumble under pressure, I will say, and that's kind of impressive in my opinion.
Yep, I agree. Again, we had 7 midfielders to choose from, but not really. We had 1 midfielder to choose from. 7 midfielders on paper, but only 1 that was the right choice.
Yeah.
We'll move on because we're just raving about the obvious here. But we'll move on to best attacker, and again, this is pretty obvious.
Yeah.
It's when he's healthy, it's Paulo Dybala.
Yeah, and
well, I chose. I don't know.
No,
Dybala?
I agree because he hasn't played much, and people, maybe some will say that's not fair, but he is the best attacker. Like even if he played like 3 games, he is. Yeah. He is. This season, he is.
See, as soon as he takes over a game, it's so obvious as well. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I just remember watching the Zenit game. Like he could have 4 or 5 goals. It was incredible. Like, I know Zenit wasn't good, but like they're not the worst team in the world. And against like Inter when he came on, I know he scored the penalty shot, but like as soon as he came on, like we started dictating play again. But he just again, it's about health. It's a shame.
Yeah, Hanin says Bernardeschi. We will come to Bernardeschi, but no, like I think I think Dybala has shown more in one game than Bernardeschi combined. And I'm not shitting on Bernardeschi, but like the level is it's just different. Like it's and that's okay because like talent wise, it's not even close between those two. Just pure talent.
Yeah.
But he's injured too much. Like, and I would say if he just would have stayed fit, we probably would be in that top 4 now. We would 100%. Be. We wouldn't have 100%. Lost. We probably would have won that game against Venezia. We would. Yep. Somehow he would have popped up with something because that's what he does. Not every game, but that's fine. Like you cannot expect that every game, and in this setup. I mean, he didn't play much, but still, when he played, like it's not even close in my opinion. Like the actual things you can see on the pitch when he plays, even if it's, I think 7 games. Is it 7 games he played or 8? I don't know.
Dybala?
Yeah,
I think he's played 12 altogether.
Oh yeah, 12. Yeah, I forgot the Champions League also.
Yeah.
No, and I get that he hasn't played much, but like when he plays. It's not even close, in my opinion.
I remember the Sampdoria goal where he half volleyed it into the far right corner.
Yeah.
Like just stuff like that. Every time he's not the most perfect player, and he's a luxury player. But again, every time he's on the field, we look competent in attacks.
We do.
I'll say competent. I'm not, and when he's not playing, we look like what is going on. So. I think that was pretty obvious as well.
Home of Juve just put on a funny stat, if that's true.
Fun fact, De Ligt scored more goals than De Jong since De Ligt. That's amazing.
That's kind of crazy. But yeah.
One more thing about the Bernardeschi thing. Like, the only thing Bernardeschi is better than Dybala is being fit.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't think Dybala is an attacker. But yeah, we can move on. Bernardeschi. Yeah. I don't want to put him there.
Okay. We'll move on to, here we go. Best player. This is where the best player award, mid-season award. I'm going to say Paulo Dybala, and Alejandro's going to say his answer after I give my explanation. Actually, no, give yours, and then I'll give my explanation.
So yeah, I had 2 graphics, but something happened. I needed to make them again before we went live. So my best player is De Ligt. Why? Because I will keep it simple. He's fit. He played the most games almost, so he's fit.
There you go.
Maybe if Dybala would have stayed fit all season and he did what he's supposed to do, I would have picked Dybala. But I'm going De Ligt because he's fit, and I keep saying just talent-wise, I think he's the most talented player in the squad. And people call me crazy.
That's fair.
Because people say, someone on Twitter told me, yeah, but like he doesn't do anything special on the ball. I'm like, yeah, but he's a defender. Like you can. That's why.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's why people will, like, even Ballon d'Or will go to goals and assists and all those things. But yeah, for me it's De Ligt. Hanine is saying Locatelli because he's available and compared to he's better compared to the other options. Same for De Ligt. He's better than Bonucci and De Ligt, Chiellini at the moment.
Yep.
Like we cannot play without De Ligt. I cannot, like, we cannot also not play with Dybala. I get that, but we somehow, like, if you
squeak out results without him. Yeah, for sure.
We are getting results without Dybala. Like, you can see it. But I think if you get De Ligt out of this team, and like you need to play without him for 5 games, I think we will struggle. And I like Chiellini and I like Bonucci, and they're so very good. But I think with this team, at their age, they will struggle. Because Chiellini cannot play that high line, how De Ligt plays that game.
No, he can't. Yeah, no way.
He cannot. So for me, it's De Ligt. But if someone says Locatelli, I'm not going to say you're completely wrong. I get where you're coming from. But I think watching this season, De Ligt impressed me the most so far.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to go Dybala because when I watch a game, I want to be entertained. And I didn't put most valuable player. I said best player of the season. So most valuable is probably De Ligt, but the best player is Dybala because we play totally different when he's on.
Yeah, that's fair.
When I there's a difference between most valuable and best. So when he's on the field, he makes, again, he'll make the odd mistake with the ball, but we actually seem to tick and we actually create lots more and lots more, and everyone seems more dangerous when he's playing. Not just like he makes other players good, which is why I think he's the best player. And again, for sure, De Ligt, he's probably our MVP. If he doesn't play, I'm scared. I'm shit scared because Chiellini will get hurt 12 minutes in, and then Rugani has to play. I'm poop scared if De Ligt can't play a game. But with Dybala, like you said, results come. But that's why there's a difference between best player and MVP for me. And that's why I say Dybala, because he just makes everything in the attacking third and the neutral third tick.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to say...
Again, it's subjective. There's no objective answer. It's subjective.
I'm not going to say you're wrong.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you would have said, I don't know, I'm just put a name out there. I don't know who. Bernardeschi, Morata. Then I will debate you. But for me, just because he stay healthy, I'm going to go De Ligt. And if someone says Locatelli for the same reason, that's fine. Because Hanine said the drop-off when Locatelli is not playing is immense. I get that, but like it's not De Ligt's fault that his backup is Bonucci, Chiellini, and that Locatelli's backup are awful players.
Arthur,
But De Ligt, I think this is his best season at the club.
Yep.
It is.
I 100% agree with that. Yeah.
And the other seasons were also good. Like, because the shit I read on Twitter on it, I'm like, you don't watch us play football. Like, you don't. Yeah. You cannot say those things. And the report's saying, but the offers, like, they're ready to offer 50 mil and 60 mil. I'm like, why the hell are you reporting this crap? Don't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it really doesn't make sense. If you don't watch Juve and you just watch one highlight where I don't
the
think
ball hits his hand.
Yeah, and
the ball hit his 3 years ago.
3 years ago, I saw someone saying, but he makes a lot of hand. He touches the ball with his hand. I'm like, Jesus, that was 3 years ago, and most of those issues were not even his fault. It was just hitting in their hand. Like the only one
Serie A had a boner for handball penalty shots.
Yeah, the only time he messed up was against Inter. Like he really extended his hand. But other than that, like the game away to Benevento, it was a joke that he got a penalty for that. Like it was just, I don't know, like a weird moment. It happens. People will remember that also. Always. That's fine because it was kind of weird. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
but like other than that,
Yep.
he's just one of the best defenders in the world.
Before we move on to the next award for Marino 123, I have no idea why he downgraded on Transfer Market. He's saying, "Do you know why De Ligt got a €5 million downgrade on Transfer Market today?" No idea.
Know. I don't care.
Yeah, does not
he has
matter
a release clause if you want to pay him.
If you want him, get him.
Yeah, he's worth more now than a few years back. He is. So all the reports saying, "Oh, we're gonna get 85." If the club sells for 85, then Alcan should sack everyone, approving that decision, because that's insane. He has a release clause. You want him, pay it. It's that simple. The release clause is there for a reason. If you want him, pay it. If he wants to leave, good. But selling for the same price, it doesn't make sense because he improved. So
100%.
Because even he says he improved. Like he keeps saying that he improved, and he can see it. Like he's stronger.
It's quite obvious. Yeah,
he's stronger. He reads the game much better. I'm not saying at Ajax,
positionally way better.
Like he knows he's just a more complete player now. So all the reports, I don't get why they're out there, why people still report that, but it is what it is.
Okay, we'll move on to the next award.
Wait, Hanin said something, and that's not true. Oh? There's no Barca release clause.
That's crap. Don't listen to that.
75. That's less than what we pay for him almost.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
If our management is all about business and they put that into a contract, then that's horrendous business, and they should all get fired, like you said.
Yeah, they should be fired. If that's really a deal, then you should be fired.
Yeah,
like, you're that's not a fireable offense.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can move on.
Okay. Moving on to our next award. This is the worst player award.
I still put confetti on it because I'm not changing a graphic for one.
Yeah, it's an award. Show him out. Give him some confetti. It's Adrian Rabiot by a mile. Not by a mile. Sorry. It's close. There's one other guy who's pretty close, but Adrian Rabiot for me has been the worst player. No questions asked. He's played about 20 of the 25 games. And he's just not good. No goals, like 1 assist for a guy who's supposed to score goals. Just not good.
Yeah,
doesn't contribute anything.
I think you're nice, but he's shit. He's shit. And crazy to say it's Alexandro. At least Alexandro had like that 4-game stretch where we said he's 2017 Sandro.
Yeah.
Like Adrian is just shit over the entire line. Like it is what it is. He's awful. Like, and I'm probably his last defender because I like him. I liked him when he came in. I was not over the moon, but I was like, okay, that's on a free. I like that, but I've seen enough. He's awful. Like he cannot shoot only once every 3 months, and then he scores a banger in a big game. His passing is, oh my god, like
horrendous. Horrendous.
When he has so much space to put a player one-on-one on the goal, like he has all the space in the world. He overhits. It's too soft. It's too long. Like it's too short. Like I don't know what is up with him, and his positioning, especially when he loses the ball, it's just shocking.
Yeah, horrendous.
Like it's lazy. It's laziness. At some point, you need to put it down to being lazy. Like because I don't know what his problem is, because technically he's not the worst player in the team. But he plays like that, and that's kind of unbelievable.
He has all the attributes to be a fantastic midfielder, and like every coach said, yes, he has those attributes. He has those capabilities, characteristics, except it's not come together. And it's been 2.5 years now, about to be 3 years. He needs to go. I'm sorry. He's our worst player.
Yeah, and like
especially because he's played 20 games. Like Ramsey, yes, technically he's our worst player, or Pinsolio, but Rabiot actually has played 20 games out of the 25, and he's been horrendous.
Yeah, and because I want to ask you, like, I'm very intrigued to know what's up with it, because, like you said, like technically, like he is not the worst player on the squad technically. But like he plays even technically on the ball even worse than McKennie, and McKennie's not good on the ball this season.
But I'd rather McKennie.
Like he plays worse than that. Like is that mentally?
Yep.
Like, because if you're technically good, you cannot lose that. Like, you're just good. Like, because my dad could play football when he was young, but even now when he hits the ball, like, you can see he could hit a ball back then.
Yep.
Like, he cannot run anymore, but like just hitting the ball, you can see, okay, he can hit a ball. Like, it's not going away. You know what I mean? But with him, it looks like it completely disappeared, like completely gone.
Yep.
And what is that? Is that mental? Like, it shouldn't be.
It has to be mental, but it has to, because he either feels really comfortable in his position, because everyone keeps saying, "Oh yes, you're this good, blah blah blah." Even for France, he starts, like, everywhere he is, he's given this opportunity. So he's either like, "Yeah, whatever, I'm sick," and he just lays back and he has that mentality, or like, or he's just so innocent, like he's depressed almost. Like, is he depressed because he's so bad? He's been so unlucky, let's say, for him. Like, he thinks he's just unlucky. I don't know.
Because the reports are that he's very happy. And wait, Giovanni tweeted something out.
He's happy? I guess he's happy if he keeps starting every game.
No, he's just happy to be in Torino. Like, he loves the environment, the club, like the city, the way he lives. So that's off the field. It's all fine. Like, there's no off the field problems. Like, he doesn't love to be in the city or stuff like that, or he misses family, blah blah blah, and that will affect him. Contract talks and all those things.
Yeah.
So off the field, it cannot be anything. Like, because when he signed, people were like, "Oh my God, his mother is gonna be a problem." I remember on the first day when the club photographer wanted to take a photo, he was like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
Well, we have not heard one thing about it. Like, none.
Yeah.
He has been quiet. So I don't know what is up with it. I remember when we first went in a pandemic and everybody needed to take a pay wage cut, and it was reported that he said no, and then he came out and said it's a lie, which I also find disrespectful to do. But other than that, off the field, no problem. Fine. So maybe it's mentally.
It has to.
It's very strange. Like, you cannot lose all your technical abilities, because, like, look, I don't know how many people watch PSG when he was out there, but he was very good. He was. He just wanted to leave. He didn't want to sign a deal, and that's why PSG said, like, you're not coming into the squad. Don't even bother to come in training and stuff like that.
Yeah, for like a year almost he sat out.
Yeah, but he was very good at PSG. Like, he was a good player. Like, on the ball, he was very good. And I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Yeah. Again, this dude, any way Deschamps can get him in the starting 11, he'll try and find him for France. And any chance Allegri has, even Sarri, even Pirlo, he's starting. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It was try and test his mentality. Try and say, like, you're not playing for 2 games because you stink. See what happens then. And then Martin was giving some backlash to my Dybala and Rabiot comments.
What did he
say? Like, you can tell he's saying, how can Dybala be the best player when he's played so few games, but Rabiot would be the worst and he's played all these games? Because there's a difference between being really good and really bad. Like, Rabiot's really bad. Yeah. Dybala's been very good every time he's played, and he changes the game. Whereas Rabiot,
he changes the game. He changes the game, but not for us. Like, and I've said it before, like, I'm probably his biggest fan. I defended him for the most time, for the longest, probably, among a lot of fans.
Yeah.
But I'm done with it. And even if Ross said it, like, it's year 3. If he doesn't improve, he needs to leave. And that's how a big club should be operating. Like, you need to go.
Yep.
So, yeah.
The next prize or award goes to the biggest surprise. And that kind of goes along with what Andrew Finn is saying, similar. The biggest surprise for me is Federico Bernardeschi.
Yeah.
Because he's actually contributing goals.
In the last month, I would say.
In the last month, yes. But we don't really have any other biggest surprise.
No, I get that. But
yeah, yeah.
And I know someone will ask me
you
now.
And I... Yeah, you and I have gone through. We've literally dedicated a whole live show to how bad he is. or how unproductive he is.
Yeah.
And in the last month, it's all come together for him. So yeah, it's surprising because we literally poop on him all the time, but in the last month he's contributed some goals. And he's still not been great. Oh, okay. I guess boo. My dog is disagreeing, but he's still not been great. But he's now adding at least some goal contributions and reasons why we're winning.
Like he has a goal contribution, but if you just look at him for 90 minutes, it's not good over 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked because that's who he is. But I said it, like I've not said it on the channel, but when we were signing him for almost 40 million euros back in the time, I was like, this is insane, because I was never his biggest fan. Even at Fiorentina, I'm like, that's not 40 million euros. Like, it isn't.
No.
We've got him. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna support him. Like, he's a player. Like, what do we need? Like, the first season was okay, and maybe the first few months with Ronaldo, when Dybala was out, like, he was the main guy with Ronaldo. But if you have one stand-up game and people keep coming back to that game, then overall that's a problem. Like, it hasn't been good. If like people will say, oh, it's the Atletico game, and in that game he had 1 assist and it was a good one, but it's not like that he changed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like he was very good that game. Same for Emre Can that game. He was very good. But Ronaldo was good. What do you say? What?
Everyone seems to forget about Emre Can.
Yeah, but that game he was amazing. Like, because he
moved that's what I mean. That was my point. Like,
he was playing he was playing as a defender.
Right.
Also.
Right center back. Yeah.
Yeah. He was amazing that game. But Ronaldo, like, that game, even everybody keeps bringing up that game. If you have one standout game in 4.5 seasons, that's kind of worrying. It is. And he deserves that. Like, it's a surprise last month, also only because he finally is contributing with numbers, and not just with aggression and running and stuff like that, which are not gonna help us win in difficult moments. So the numbers are changing it, but just overall his game it's still not good enough. And probably someone
sorry, go ahead.
No, probably someone will ask me, will you give him a new deal? And I will still say no, because I'm not going to change my opinion. I'm not going to go, oh, that's a good month, let's forget about the 4 previous seasons. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And also the figures that are being mentioned, it's really not worth it. Still, it isn't.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. I was going to say, he's still dribbling out of bounds in these past 5 games, 6 games. So, yes, he scored the goal. Yes, he got those couple of assists. But he's still doing the same garbage that he's been doing for 4 years. Yeah,
and I think yesterday someone said, "Oh, but 6 million is a lot of money for Vlahovic. He's not worth that." The rumors are that he will get 3.5, maybe plus bonuses, like
Bernardeschi.
Yeah, and that's my main issue. Like, if he gets 2 million, I would say, okay, fine, keep him as a squad player. I have no problem with that. Even 2.5. Even 2.5, I will still be fine with it. I'm like, yeah, he can do a job. Maybe like in a few games, hopefully not a lot of games. Like now, like what is happening now is basically emergency, big one.
Yeah.
But like for a few games, I have no problem with it if he's on 2.5. Because if the club wants to, watch their money and do all those. We are paying max this amount. Nobody's going above that. Then we should keep that same energy for the entire squad. We should.
100%.
And over 4.5 seasons, that's not 4.5 million. Not even 3.5 million. I'm sorry.
No. If you're a bench player, you shouldn't be making more than 2.5. That's it. If you're the first guy off the bench, maybe you can make a little bit more. But if you are a guy like Bernardeschi, when everyone's fit, you probably won't be playing as much. You shouldn't be making more than 2.5. And that's the reality.
Because usually, like, if it was pre-pandemic, I don't really care about wages. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If we can pay it, we can pay it. But we're in a different situation now. And I see people complaining about De Ligt's wages now. So, okay, if you want to complain about his wages, then we should be complaining about everybody's wages. Keep the same energy for everyone. and he's not worth that money that's being mentioned. But according to his agent, there are still no talks. So let's see.
All right.
But yeah,
All right.
he has done well this the last month because he's contributing with numbers finally.
Finally, that's the big one.
Because without numbers, it's pointless. I don't care what people say; it's pointless. And that he played as a wing, like people say, oh, but he played as a defender. Like 2 games, just move, like let it go. It's 2 games. Don't act like he played as a defender or as a right back for like Quadrado did. Don't do it. It's 2 games, or but he's defensive, wing back and stuff like that. Like you're making up positions now. Like a wing back shouldn't be defensive.
Firmino talk, like stop.
Yeah, a winger shouldn't be defensive like that. Just I don't know, but yeah.
So we'll move on to the Unsung Hero Award, and this is like a guy who goes under the radar a bit, but he's usually very good. And we went with, and he doesn't get all the limelight and spotlight. And I went with Juan Cuadrado. How about you?
Yeah, same. We talked about it yesterday. No?
Yeah, we did. We talked about how good
clutch.
He was. Yeah, he's clutch. He's always there when you need him. Like, I don't know if anyone follows like NBA stats, but like there's a stat for usage rate, and LeBron James always has the ball like 45% of the time he plays. Like Juan Cuadrado is probably in the same boat. Like all of our attacks, especially when the ball is out, go through Juan Cuadrado.
Yeah.
Right back or right wing. It's going to him. It's going out to the right, and he's either crossing or trying to pass it into the middle. And that's it. And it's pretty obvious, and he'll do a job. And he might not do it well all the time, but he will do a job for you.
Yeah, and I think we said it yesterday. Like he can drift out of games, but he usually makes it up with a big play or big moment.
Yep.
And this season it's more goals than assists, but that's fine. But usually his goal is game changing. Like it is.
Yep.
It's a big one. We needed that one. It's winning the game and stuff like that. Like it's kind of.
Think of his last like 6 or whatever. Like the 2 against Inter on match day 37 last year. Fiorentina goal this year. The goalie scored to make it 2-0. Who did he score against? I forgot. And it went off the guy's button in.
Yeah.
I think Bologna. It's just timely goals.
Yeah, he's one of the clutchest player I've seen at the club. I can remember. Like he's very clutch. Unbelievable.
And again, he's not the first name on the team sheet. He's not in the limelight all the time, but he's always there and he's always ready to play.
David, you can sing a song in the Discord chat. I'll put it on the next live.
Yeah, I need you to sing a song and record it and put it in there.
I'm not gonna sing, but if you do, I will play it on the live. So yeah, I agree. He gets a lot of disrespect among fans. I think that's kind of sad because he does not deserve that. Like he changed. Like he played an entire season right back, and he played that at an insane level.
Yeah,
like his output was just insane. He broke a club record, and he's not even a right back.
Exactly. His natural position.
He deserves respect, and I get that people are frustrating with him. Some games because like he can be a frustrating player at times. I fully acknowledge that. I get frustrating at times because I know he does like his oversteps and then he loses the ball and I'm like you just pass the ball. Like you could have passed the ball and just overlap the player or stuff like that. But that's Cuadrado. Like you cannot. I don't think you can ever change that, especially at this age. You shouldn't change that. Also, that's who he is. I like him.
Yeah, so I like him too. He's like you talk about a good squad player. This guy's a very good squad player.
Yeah,
and very he's a good utility player. Can play anywhere.
And he's also kind of cheap.
He's lost I was gonna say he's lost a bit of a step
Yeah, that's normal with age.
Because he's not beating his man as frequently as before. But again, the usage rate and eye test will show you that it's going down him every single time.
Yeah.
We'll move on. Our next category is, I think we got three more.
4.
Four more. So our best result of the season. I'm gonna say our best result is the 1-0 win against Chelsea, match day 2 of the Champions League. For different reasons. It wasn't the most flashiest, but it was against a high-profile opponent in a European competition, and we had multiple players out, and we still played very good.
I agree, because I would say it was out of nowhere. Nobody expected us, and we played a clean game.
Yeah.
Just clean. We didn't have a lot of chances, but we took them. Okay, Bernardeschi missed the sitter, but we took our chance. We took our chances.
We only needed a chance that day because we're so good defensively.
Yeah, and that was just. I'm so frustrating, because that game basically gave me hope, because I was like, okay, this is Allegri, like out of nowhere, like when nobody expects it, when everybody expects us to get beat, he shows up. But then it has shown that it wasn't the case. Like we got dumped on away from home. So.
But to be fair, at that point we were already technically in, right?
Yeah, we made it through.
There wasn't as much pressure, right?
Like usually an Allegri team, they don't lose that. Yeah, people say, oh, we lost against Real Madrid 3-0 at home, and then we went away from home and did a madness. We threw that, like even that time we threw that away at home. But yeah, for me that's the best result, because it came out of nowhere. Just
exactly.
Nowhere.
People in the chat, let us know what your best result was of the season, because I think
people
is there any
Zenit,
the 4-2 one?
I expect to beat Zenit at home, like I do.
Yeah.
Like it was a good game, but the first half wasn't. The first 20 minutes was very good. Then we dropped off. In the second half we picked it up, but Nah, not for me. It was a good game, but
and everyone's jumping on home with Juve because that is an outrageous comment. He's saying we would have faced Lille if we lost to Chelsea, so that wasn't the best game. That's outrageous.
Yeah.
And people correctly pointed out that it doesn't work like that, and we still got Villarreal, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I think Lille are an easier team to face than Villarreal, even though they are more talented. But we shouldn't be complaining about getting Villarreal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because at the start of when we got the group, nobody expected us to
we were penciled. Yeah. We were penciled in a second.
So we made it.
Everyone wrote our name down already.
Yeah. You cannot blame Allegri for topping the group. You just top the group if you can. So yeah.
We'll move on for best result, because I don't know if that's fairly obvious. Obviously, there was some back talk in the chat from that, but it's Chelsea. It's a European night. We had nobody playing, and we won. Yeah. So I'll take that. Next is best goal, and I selected Manuel Locatelli against Torino in the 86th minute when we won 1-0 from the top of the box. He played a nice 1, or was it 1-2? But he played a nice little link-up play with Chiesa, and great finish. And it was a big win in the derby game. What's your choice?
I would say Chiesa against Chelsea.
Fair. Yep.
Because it was just out of we were ready we came the second half, and basically we did what he had to do. We were ready. Chelsea were not ready. So that impressed me, and that goal was just
weird. Yeah.
Yeah. And that goal was just well worked. The first touch from Bernardeschi and the first touch assist and the finish from Chiesa. Yeah. It was just amazing. A very good goal. So I would say that goal for me. But the Torino one was important. It was big.
Yep. I was going to say that the best goal, it meant a lot in the Serie A standings, especially We were on that run of form, and we desperately needed that goal. So, and it was a good goal. Like, just nice to watch.
Yeah, because
people are saying Quadrado's Olympico goal. Yeah, it was a nice goal.
Yeah, but
did he mean it?
Yeah, like it was a great goal, but just the importance of the goal also. I will include that.
Yeah.
It was a good goal.
Dybala's Sampdoria goal. Bond mentions very good.
Yeah, but like your is 3 points goal, and mine was also 3 point. Like just
the importance is key when selecting a best goal of the season as well.
Yeah, if you say most beautiful goal, I will not going to say Chiesa's goal against Chelsea.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do that.
Yep.
But just the best goal in general, for me, is that goal.
Yep. Other people, Andrew Finn is saying Dybala against Salernitana, which is another one. But again, when you say best goal, this is what I'm saying. This is where I go back to my best player versus MVP. It's the best goal, not the most aesthetically pleasing goal. So Chiesa against Chelsea, great choice. Locatelli in the derby game in the last minute, great choice. Like importance matters as well.
Yeah. I agree.
Like David is saying, if importance matters, Chiesa against Chelsea. Yep. No one's going to debate you on that one. And then we'll move on to best save of the season. And I think we're both in agreement of Szczęsny against Roma, the penalty shot on Jordan Barrett too.
Yeah. Because he kind of messed up. Not entirely his fault. Like, a lot of things went wrong in that instant or in that situation. But like ever since he stops a lot of penalties, if I'm not mistaken.
He does. Or like either that or they miss. Like he's just
he's some voodoo thing on him. I don't know.
Yeah.
And when he plays against Roma, he turns into prime form always. Like unbelievable.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like that was very important because we were not good that game. Like we won that game, but we shouldn't have won that game if we are honest.
Yeah.
But like that. Yeah, it was just important. Like
again, if you put importance into it as well, and the opponent, yes, I think this is an obvious choice.
And maybe people say Cagliari because that's fresh in the memory, and that was a very good save. But like it was a big team against Roma.
You beat one of the Seven Sisters, and you took 3 points from them. That was a 6-point game, and you got it.
Yeah, like Bonsa as Cagliari because that's fresh in the memory and was a spectacular save.
Yeah,
like it's so Cagliari. Even if we concede that goal,
you should get another one to win.
Yeah, you should be getting another one because they're dog shit. They're awful. they're a bad team.
Cagliari is bad.
Like they're making signings now. I don't know if those signings are gonna save them.
Well, they gotta get a whole new backline. So
yeah, but I will say that's safe for me.
Yeah. What's the last one you have?
Oh, the watch out player.
The player to watch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now everyone can chime in on this as well. Player to watch in 2022. So we picked a player who on Juventus you have to watch out for in 2022, who probably didn't have the best start to the season or first half of the season. And I think it's obvious for us, at least, it's Chiesa. Because he was not great in the first half of the season. Injury plagued, just getting into the groove of things under Allegri. He's playing too much, not playing in the right position. I think this guy, if we want to have the season we want to have, he's got to explode.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. But like, it will depend also on Allegri. Like, just give him the freedom. Because like the games he played at the start of the season were just sad to watch because he was he was defending like.
He's lost.
His first.
He was lost.
His first thought was, I need to defend. But like, you just limit it as a player. You take so much away from him, and you shouldn't be doing that. I'm not saying just go up there and stay up there, if you know what I mean. But like, I don't know which game it was, but he was picking up the ball from the leg, like, and he kept doing it. I think it was a Champions League game. Was it a Champions League game?
Was it?
I think it was against Zenit the first half.
Weekend.
Yeah, it was against Zenit the first half.
It might have been that,
And it was driving me crazy, like, because he kept doing it. I'm like, just leave that position. Like, it was insane.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
So it
He
will
needs to be
depend.
higher up the pitch, but he needs to be higher up the pitch.
It will depend on Allegri, because if he's fit, like, play Napoli, like, so Bernardeschi helped us out this month. But if everybody's fit, I don't care. Dybala, Chiesa, they should be in the team against Napoli. Your best players need to play. You need to win that game. And they are your best players. They're game changers. They can change the game even when they're having a shit game. They can change the game because just talent-wise, they are shoulders above everyone, including the opponents. But yeah, like, he hasn't had a great start to the season when he was playing.
Yeah, I think he scored 2 goals total, and he's played like maybe half the games.
Yeah.
And he was shut down for like the last month or so.
Yeah,
so
he wasn't good.
So those are all of our awards that we had, but we do have other, like, obviously we have the obvious awards. It's the top goal scorer is Paulo Dybala with 8 goals this season so far. 3 from the penalty spot, I believe.
Yeah.
That doesn't really matter, but he is our leading goal scorer with 8. And then our top assister is Federico Bernardeschi with 5, including the Champions League games. So
yeah,
think about that for a while. Davide Fufaro, best Juventus YouTube channel is probably the clubs, because they got all the rights.
Oh. And I see Crazy Ray asked about Pogba a few times, so we'll talk about it before we wrap
up. We'll talk about that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, those are the awards. They're kind of sad.
Those are the awards. They are kind of sad because there's nothing really to debate on. It was like our best player, and then what?
Let's
the best goal.
Let's see at the end of the season.
When we do our 21-22 full season award show, hopefully stuff changes.
Yeah, they should be changing.
We hope. We can only hope. Haneen's going to say all the comments about him from Allegri needing to grow and track back are worrying. And that goes back to she's scared that he's going to ruin.
Mancini said the same thing, and he plays well for Italy. But I think Allegri, I mean, he takes it to the next level, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And you should, just let him play. Like, some players you cannot, like with Bernardeschi, I get that. But with players like Chiesa, you cannot tell them you need to defend.
Yeah.
Like, you need to think defensively first and then going forward. Like, he is a creator. So
yeah,
it doesn't really make sense. But let's see.
Let the wild bull run.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll talk about Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
So do we have any latest news? Because I've seen some little things in the background. What's up?
First, thanks to Homo Juve and also Andrew Finnan, who watches us when he does his homework. So
awesome.
I will be confused listening to myself or someone else.
Yeah.
But that's great. And same for Davide. Thanks. Even if your opinion is wrong. Thank you.
That's the key.
But yeah, Pogba.
So yeah. Do you want to just read out Tutto Sport?
Yeah, you need to be quick because it's gonna change quick.
Okay. PSG and Real Madrid are interested in Pogba. Both destinations are appreciated by the player, who, however, in Turin would also find many friends. Juve is thinking about it. The decree would be helpful for the salary, but Juve will have to get rid of 2 big wages. Okay, Ramsey and Arthur, go.
Yeah, that was the report also. I left that out, but those were the names mentioned, which makes sense. Rabiot, all those players, they need to leave. But the most probable name that will make way will probably be De Ligt. And that's downgrading one position to maybe upgrade another position. And today there was a debate on Twitter comparing Dybala's injury record to Pogba's injury record, and I'm not gonna say people are. Yeah, like because he has a lot of injuries. Pogba the last couple of seasons, like he misses a lot of games.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna debate that. Like if that's fair, maybe that's fair. Um, and maybe yeah, maybe
Can I chime in here? Pogba's injuries are different from Dybala's. Dybala's are stupid little niggly muscle injuries. Pogba's getting like knocks. Like he's getting actual physical injuries. So before we go on with that, Dybala is missing games because he doesn't feel right, or I don't even know what the reason is. He didn't play the last 2 games because of some bullshit. But Pogba's actually like hurt, like something snapped. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you mean, but like, is he worth the wage at this point in his career? Will he improve?
Would it be 15 mil? Would it be 15 mil a year?
Yeah, something like that. Just let's say 50
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
He's 29 now.
Yes.
Okay,
he's my age. He'll be 29 March 15th.
Okay, so he's 29. He's probably gonna get, if he comes, a 4-year deal, 3.
Great.
Like I said it before. Like if we actually don't need to pay Raiola 30 million commissions, yeah, why not? But if you need to pay 30 million euros to Raiola, also, I think there's no chance we can do that. That's for one. But I would, like I said it before, if you bring back Rovella, you have Locatelli, you might get someone else in midfield. You need one player who has been there, done it, and
yes,
if possible, knows the club even better, knows the coach even better. Like he can fit in without a problem because he knows Allegri, he knows the club. That's ideal. But I think we just need to move on from these stuff. Like it's not happening. And I saw so many things on Twitter today. He will bring Romagnoli. If he let De Ligt leave, and he will bring Pogba with him. Like it's all fantasy. How do you want to call it? Fantasy news, in my opinion. A FIFA thing. If it doesn't really work like that, but the new rule with the decree is gonna be helpful because he played in Italy, so he will fall under that category. So it's gonna help the club pay less wages, gross wages, taxes. So that's gonna help. So maybe, yeah. But I think if you're gonna get him, you're gonna need to give, and what we need to give, I'm not ready to give up. That's just
okay. So you're saying the only way De Ligt is if De Ligt leaves.
I think only like it will be, I'm not saying we're going to get him, but the only way we possibly will get him if we're gonna win De Ligt his wage on top of Ramsey, Rabiot, or Arthur and players like that.
So the path to Pogba is De Ligt leaving.
No, yeah, it's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
That's the great Juventus debate at this point because again, like you said, we'll be downgrading in one position and definitely up. Like let's not kid ourselves. Paul Pogba is a definite upgrade.
Yeah,
I don't care. He's a definite upgrade. And I saw a guy with a blue name or something, or a blue picture. He said, like, is Pogba good enough to upgrade our midfield? Yes, of course he is.
Who said that?
I don't know. He said something about he can't improve Man United's midfield. How is he going to improve ours? It's like, of course he's going to.
Let me see. Is that a new comment?
Somewhere in the in
the last, like, Juve Piero.
Yeah.
He can't solve midfield situation. He has been Man U's best midfielder ever since he joined. I don't care what people say.
Yes.
And people will say Bruno because he has he had a lot of goal contributions when he joined.
Yeah.
But most of them were penalties. But just as a player, it's not even close. Like, it's not close. And the way they used Pogba is kind of insane at times. And the way who he needed 100%. To play.
They put him on the left.
Yeah, and he needs to play with Fred, McTominay, Matic when he's on his last legs and stuff like that. Like, he's not gonna change life on his own. That's a fact. Like, but he will change life with Locatelli.
Pogba. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like Pogba couldn't play, or Pogba had Fred and McTominay. If he comes to Juventus, he's gonna have Locatelli and maybe someone else. That's a direct improvement already. Like Matic blows, McTominay blows. They're like Bentancur Rabiot comparisons here.
Yeah, I was watching a menu yesterday, and Fred and McTominay, Jesus.
I can't believe this is like the third coach, and they're still starting under. It's like the same shit with us, with Rabiot and freaking Bentancur.
Yeah, and the European saying their midfield is still a mess. It's still a mess. Wait. But their midfield is still a mess. I'm not saying he would improve ours, but he's in the same salary. As someone said about coaching and things, Man U have had shit coaches. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
They have had awful coaches, period. And I still think at the moment they still don't have an amazing coach. And people hype it up. Ranić, I don't know why. What he did with Leipzig, great. But I don't think he's a top coach. There's a reason he's out of the game, in my opinion.
Like, there's a reason why he wants to be behind the scenes.
Yeah, and they will struggle the entire of the season. I'm pretty sure about that. And if they make top 4, they will scrape it again. Their club is in complete shambles. I don't like. They just have money, so they will stay afloat forever.
Yeah.
But
there you go, Hanin's comment right there.
Yeah, that's insane.
Pogba, Ravella, that's better than McFred and Pogba. Like,
yeah,
come on.
That's like just on the ball. That's just way better. I don't.
Yeah.
I think those players actually can keep the ball if they want to. Like McTominay's on the ball is Jesus. And Fred's first touch, and when he's under pressure, I don't know how he's making a living. When he's on the ball, it's shaky every time. But I don't think he's coming. I don't see it happening. I said it before. I think he wants to come. If we can pay him, he will choose us. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yep.
I do believe that. I also do believe that Real Madrid are out of it. I don't think they're going for it because Ancelotti wants Modric and Kroos to sign a new deal. So they have other priorities, in my opinion. Colt Mbappe, Haaland.
Yeah.
Maybe defender. PSG, is signing a new deal with Man U. It's going PSG. And that's kind of it for me. Or lower his demands a little bit and join us somehow.
Yep.
But I don't think he's going to say Man U.
I don't see the path for him to even want to sign for Man U anymore.
No, it's not working out there. Just leave.
Yeah.
And I think if he comes back, he will do amazing for us. And we will start winning again.
100%.
Yeah.
Morton's asking how much would I would pay him. I would match his wages at United.
Yeah, but you know the rule of the club? No max 10 mil.
Okay. I would match his wages at United. I would do whatever that guy wanted because I don't care. That guy, yes, he said what he said. He was on vacation, whatever.
If you get Vlahovic and you don't have money anymore, of a lot of money, you bring back Rovella and Raiola somehow says, I don't need a big commission for Pogba. Just pay him. It's his last deal. Just pay him. I will make my money somewhere else on other players. Then yeah, we should be doing that.
Yes.
It's net, Hanin. It's net. It's net. 50 million net. Gross, that would be 30 million. But with the new rules, I don't know the numbers.
It's probably 20, 25, no?
Something like that. 24, 20.
Yeah.
3, something like that. That's still a lot of money. But if you can bin Arthur Ramsey and you bring Rovella on 1.3 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can manage that possibly. I don't know. I don't know the ins and out of the club in that way, but maybe you can do it. But it will depend on Raiola not asking 35 million or something insane like that, just for him to bring him to the club.
Yeah. Yeah. The best case scenario for this transfer season will be I'm not saying winter because winter's flop. Like, don't worry about winter. In the summer, the best case scenario is De Ligt stays, Rovella comes back, obviously. A couple midfielders leave. Pogba comes, Vlahovic comes, and you get like another center back.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Take your pick.
That would be...
No, I'm not. But is it that expensive?
Yeah, it is.
Rovella comes back. Pogba comes free, but plus wages. Vlahovic is the whole operation, and then you get a center back.
Yeah, you need to.
If you get top 4, if you get decently far in the Champions League,
like first you need to sell, and then
you're getting yes.
I keep referring back to Arriva Beni's word that we will have no FFP problems next season, but the following season,
the year after,
we need to watch out. So going off that, and we still need to pay Chiesa, Locatelli.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think that's very realistic. And Keane. Like, I think even in the summer, if we bring in 2 players and we ship out 3, 4, and just buy 2 players, I'm not including Rovella or Fagioli or all those players. Just actually
coming back.
Buy 2 players, then I will be wow. I mean, that's sad to say, but let's see. Like, it's still a long way to go. Like, you don't know what's going to happen, injuries and stuff like that. Yeah.
It is. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting, but we're good for today. Not much came out.
And Bon said, "Why no solid Mercato news? Because
there's nothing cooking.
Yeah, we are not in it. Like, we want a striker, and we don't want to pay for it. And clubs want money. Yeah. Like, we want money. So, case closed. It's what it is.
Yeah. So with that, we'll probably end it here for the 28th of December, Tuesday. Tomorrow we're doing a podcast, so we will have no live, but there will be a daily video. Like, Justin will be doing another daily video. Thursday, Alejandro and Justin will be together on a live, and then that will be the last live of the year, because Friday, enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
Celebrate a new year if you can.
Also, the Fagioli video will drop in the week of the new year.
Yep.
And then
I'm on that.
The season starts 6th of January.
Yep.
Hopefully.
We're on that.
If they show up.
Yeah. If they show up. That's another thing. I'm sure you and Justin will be talking about that on Thursday.
Yeah.
So for that, thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you can. Subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon to stay notified. Yep. Follow Alejandro on Twitter at AlejandroBZ. Follow Justin at Justin Sapporo. Follow myself at Gennady151. And follow Bianconeri Zone on Twitter and Instagram at Bianconeri Zone. Thanks for watching, everyone. See ya.